I'm Randy from the Vinyl Junkie podcast, and this is the B side where we talk about uh, news of the week, recent pickups, and any other kind of news or updates that I want to share with you guys. So, this is post RSD week, and whew, it was an exhausting one. Let's get into it. So this past week or last weekend was record store day, and I actually went down to Pop Music, where I helped Derek and his team out by shooting some photos and video of the event. Um, I have gotten those photos out to Derek. I have yet to edit my own RSD video, so I do have some footage that I shot for that, as well as my pickups from RSD. So look out for those coming in the next few days. Um, but I did have a couple things I did want to share with you. Um, just before RSD, I actually got this record on Facebook Marketplace from a fella out in Oshawa. He actually has like a lot of great video games and vinyl on sale on his marketplace, and several titles and that I would love to have. Um, but you can only spend so much money at a time, and especially being a couple days before record store day, I didn't want to, you know, dump all my money into his pockets. But I did pick up this beautiful copy of Jewel Spirit for $25. So I don't have that in my collection yet. So that was a nice little addition. In terms of record store day things, I picked up about 10 records that day. My biggest worry was not being able to get the Dolores O'Riordan Are You Listening solo release. So Dolores was the lead singer of the Cranberries. Rest in peace. And this is the first time this is on vinyl. It was her debut album, and it was released on a double white. So that's it there. Only 600 copies, and it was like a record store day exclusive. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get my hands on that. Luckily, I did. So very thankful. Yeah, very, very thankful. Luckily, I had some friends pick that up for me while they were in line, and I was busy working. And then so yeah, this past week I was just kind of processing video, and just it was a long day. It was a very long day. That started at I started record store day, 5 a.m. Woke up, got showered, drove into the city, which is about an hour drive. Got to the shop at about like 7. No, it was quarter to 7 when I got to the shop, and then I was there till probably like 11:30, maybe noon. No, it was probably closer to noon when I left, or maybe even after. And then I went to pick up my buddy Sean William Clark's record. He was having his record release party last Saturday, so I picked up his record. He was episode 4 in terms of the podcast, so go check that out. So picked up his record, and then went to another buddy's to pick up another record. You will see those in the RSD pickup video. Um, and then this weekend, I actually went down to the Curtis Flea Market and checked out Vinyl Village, where um, it's a booth in a flea market there. It's a really interesting concept. There is going to be a video on that as well, which is why I went down to shoot. But as I was going through selection of records, there was one of the vendors there that normally has all their records for $5, and for this weekend only, all the records were on sale for $2, which was quite a deal. I probably should have picked up more. There was a couple of cool titles, um, stuff I had already, but I probably could have flipped easily enough. But didn't really want to get into all of that. But I did find this 12-inch remix of uh, Two to Make It Right by Seduction. Um, if you don't know who they are, they were, when was this released? This was released in late 80s. Um, the group was this girl group called Seduction. And if you don't know them, um, the trio, and actually this one over here is Michelle Visage from RuPaul's Drag Race. So she was in Seduction, and this was their big one-hit wonder. The really cool thing about this is $2, and then when I went home and checked it, there's actually two 12-inch singles in here of Seduction. So there's another record with One Mistake and Groove Me, which to be honest, I don't know what those songs are, but I'm gonna check them out. Uh, I do, I do know Two to Make It Right, so that's pretty cool, and it actually still has its original HMV sticker, which is pretty nostalgic. So that was a really nice pickup. Um, what else is new this week? Pretty much that's it. I do have a bunch of people lined up for the podcast. Tricky part lately is trying to nail down people to find time to film the podcast. So that's where I've been kind of backed up lately. So bear with me. It's still kind of playing catch up. Hopefully, we can get a few of these in the can, so um, we'll be ahead of the curve as opposed to behind it. Anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good week. Hopefully you guys had a great record store day last week. Leave in the comments below. Let me know what you got in your record store day haul. I'd love to hear. I got everything I wanted except for there's a Death Cab for Cutie live album, which I was really hoping to get my hands on, but it looks like it wasn't distributed in Canada at all to any of the record stores, even though it was on the Canada Record Store Day list. So unfortunately, that's kind of how it rolls here. And that's kind of how I've been rolling with Record Store Day lately. Anyway, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But I lucked out pretty well this year, so I'm pretty happy. Anyways, that is it for this week. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you on the flip side.